a lot of customers actually are looking, a lot of enterprises are looking to implement AI within their enterprise, within the various groups. Now, they normally face three top challenges. There are a lot more, but I'll cover only three. The first one is data, because normally whatever you're actually putting in the data comes out of the model as well. So the quality of the data and the aligning and fixing out the data strategy is actually the first topic, the first challenge that companies might actually need to address. The second one is the talent gap. It doesn't matter if you have the data, it doesn't matter if you have the model, if you don't have the people that you actually are able to put this together. So you need to acquire the skills either by hiring or by partnering to actually close the gap and for them to be able to produce something that works for the enterprise. The third one, which is even more obvious than ever today, is the alignment with the business objectives. It doesn't matter if you have an AI use case in production or as a proof of concept, if it is not aligned with how the business drives revenue, drives change, drives differentiation. You need to make sure that whatever you're actually doing in AI aligns with the business objective in such a way that you're actually proving the true value of artificial intelligence, and then you're scaling throughout the enterprise. So basically a three problems: data, talent gap, and most likely aligning with business objectives. All right, so here we actually talk about a trifecta. There are three ways enterprises can actually use Gen AI. The first one is within their own processes. You can actually go out and use generative AI use cases in your own supply chain processes, in marketing, in the way you're actually handling contracts, in the way you're actually optimizing product management, for example. So it can be used in the enterprises in your own processes. And this can be directly seen in how fast companies are bringing products to market, how fast they reply to change, and so on and so forth. So that's one, using AI within Gen AI, especially within your own processes as an enterprise. Second one is using AI for your own employees. One of the biggest uptake of generative AI is GitHub Copilot, for example. So using Copilot to generate code and to increase the productivity of your employees is the second one. The third one is using AI for your customers, delivering AI services to your customers in such a way that they can actually implement, build their own use cases. So this is this trifecta of using AI in your processes, using AI for your employees, and delivering AI services to customers, right? So enterprises are looking at all three, and sometimes enterprises have all three in production. All right, so we talked about the main challenges, right? Data, talent gap, and business objectives. Now, in order to minimize this, I urge all the companies, build your own data strategy. It doesn't need to be, don't start directly from AI. You can start with an AI POC, build your own data strategy, but it needs to be cohesive across the enterprise. The moment you bring everything together, you bring data together, you enable people to push data in similar formats, in similar places, and so on and so forth, you're actually accelerating your AI journey. Build a data strategy. The second one is you're starting with AI, build an AI governance process, which tells you who's allowed to use it, when are they allowed to use it, right? And which models have access, which users have access to which models, and so on. Build an AI governance in place to make sure that you're protecting your data, your IP, and so on and so forth. The last one, bridge the talent gap. Bridge the talent gap because, and this you can either do by recruiting sooner, where you're actually getting interns, you talk to universities, and you create partnerships with companies that can either build models, implement models for you, or just advise, right? So in order to mitigate risk is data, strategy, AI governance, and then recruit sooner and build partnerships. And finally, bring everything together with, do a couple of tests that are very well aligned with the business objectives. So then your executives, your enterprises, your board sees the value. Minimize risk by data, governance, hiring good, young, bright people, why not? And finally, find the killer use cases.